Thank you all so much, and also thank you for your time, just being here with us, sharing this experience with us. We have a program presentation here that we'd like to share with you all. If you don't mind staying around for a few more minutes. We have 5 of our riders up here: Rocky Rose, Brooke Ives, Joe Moore, Jose, and Vivi also. I know his last name. It's like Madonna. You just have the one. Everyone knows. Anyways, so thank you all again so much, and don't take it away from here. So, thank you.
All right. Well, I just wanted to, say that I'm glad that you all can make it out to, visit with us today and everything. I want to thank all of you so much for all this wonderful food that you've made for us, for putting us up and for putting up with us, as the case may be. We really appreciate it. And when we came in here in our superhero garb, some of you maybe were confused about what we're about, and so that's what we're going to try and talk about tonight. We are 23 of about 50 students from the University of Texas at Austin.
We're between the ages of 18 and 26.
We're riding our bicycles from Austin, Texas to Anchorage, Alaska. That's 4,500 miles.
Wow. And we've raised about $300,000 so far, with our end goal of the summer being about $350,000.
And as a team, we probably consume like 830 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, so you still may be wondering why we're doing this, and it's not just because we like to wear superhero garb, but it's because we as a group have more than 250 friends and family members who've been affected by cancer. You, our audience, have countless loved ones that have also been affected. There'll be more than 1.4 million Americans who will hear the words "you have cancer" this year. So it's for those people that we're riding. So each day, try to promote hope, knowledge, and charity through our mission and our focus. So each rider uses their personal experiences to bring hope to people that we meet along the way. And presentations like this we do to educate people about cancer, and then we also encourage the people that we meet to help us in our fight against the disease. So what exactly is cancer? We all this talk about it, and it's really simple. It's out of control cell growth, and it can happen in any tissue of the body to anybody of any age.
Since we left Austin June 7th, so long ago, 38 days ago, many Americans have been diagnosed with cancer. The American Cancer Society estimates that 565,000 people will lose their fight, unfortunately, to cancer this year alone. They also estimate that the yearly cost of cancer to Americans is $200 billion. So to put into perspective how much of an impact cancer really has on Americans' lives, 1 in 2 males and 1 in 3 females sometime in their life will be diagnosed with cancer. I know that's, when I first learned that, I was really taken aback by it. You'll also know many people yourself who have been affected by cancer in your life.
It's a common misconception that all cancers are unpreventable and randomly occurring, but in fact, about 75% of cancer-related deaths can be prevented just by changing to healthy habits and using early detection. So, for example, in training for our ride, kind of a parallel, when we trained, we altered our diets, and we consulted our physicians. And in doing so, we greatly increased our chances of reaching the finish line in Anchorage, Alaska, which seems very far away at this point. It's coming. And so, much like our training, you too can do the same and live a cancer-free life by altering and making sure that you take an active role in continuing healthy habits. So, we have created the acronym Texas in order to better illustrate how you can properly have healthy habits. T is for tobacco-free. Smoking-related diseases are the most preventable cause of death in our society today. Stopping smoking, whether you've been smoking for a year or 20 years, greatly reduces your chances of contracting a tobacco-related cancer illness.
E is for eat right.
Overweight and obesity contribute to about 14 to 20% of all cancer mortalities.
X is for exercise.
Of course, physical activity can prevent many types of cancer, as well as it's just good for your overall health.
A is for apply sunscreen.
Applying sunscreen is always important. There's about 1 million new cases of skin cancer in the U.S. each year, and applying sunscreen is a very simple way to prevent that. And finally, me. S is for screening and self-exam. Early detection is a great way to increase your survival rate, as well as exponentially increase your treatment options that you have for whatever particular cancer you may be contracted with.
So this journey is very different for each and every single one of us up here. As a team, we all ride for the same cause, but as individuals, we each have our own personal reasons as to why we're on this ride. Pretty much, much like cancer patients, we have good days and we have bad days. But we know that at the end of our ride, we're going to get to go home, and this is kind of something cancer patients don't have the luxury of experiencing. For them, their battles with cancer are going to be lifelong and everlasting, and their experiences will not be forgotten, and their scars are a daily reminder of their fight. In the mornings when we gather, we like to do ride dedications, and that kind of gives us the opportunity to reflect and kind of dedicate our ride to particular people who are either currently battling cancer or unfortunately have been lost their battle with cancer. Personally, I ride the last few days for a 2-year-old girl named Oceana, who's the daughter of some friends of mine, and she's got leukemia, and her family's going through a pretty hard time right now. They're having to relocate to Denver to seek medical attention for her. So it's her that I think about when we're going up hills and when we're struggling and having hard days. But today itself was a pretty good day. It was about a 75-mile day. We left Benton this morning. Benton. Not Benton. Benton, California, too. We left there this morning. Kind of had a rough start. We had a very unpaved and graveled spot that we hit. Kind of detoured us and took a while to get through, and some people had to walk some of it. Some people didn't at all. So, that's kind of the struggles like we face, the good days and the bad days. We unfortunately had an accident, but the team comes together and we kind of pulled through. And we got here safely and soundly. And tomorrow we'll be leaving for Lincoln City, which is about another 75-mile ride. And after that, we'll be in Portland for a rest day. And from there on, I think it'll just be about 31 days till we get Anchorage. So, keep the trucking.
So to conclude, Jose talked about that gravelly road we went on today, and just kind of want to reiterate the parallelism there. There was a point where this stretch of road was 3.5 miles of just nothing but gravel, and there was so much uphill. It was just ridiculous. And so there were points where I would be riding and my back wheel would just be spinning and I would not be going anywhere, so I would naturally fall over. And so the thing is, struggling with cancer is, it's like that. It's a lot of uphill. There's going to be rough roads sometimes. It's not always going to be smooth, and you're going to feel like, you're spinning your wheels. So, that's just kind of something that we think about every day while we ride, and that's, what we're here for. So, I just want to thank you all again for coming out and listening to us and visiting with us. We really appreciate, everything that you're doing for us. And without you guys, this wouldn't be possible.